Hi student. So next I am going to discuss about the another living character. It is we consider as the growth. Then let us see about the what is the growth mean. Dear student, growth mean increase in the size of the organisms. What is the size of the organisms? Increase in the size. Increase in the size of organisms. So you know the when regarding a small plant when it is germinate, when a seed germinated, when the time goes, it become to the very big plant. So a small child also there. When the time goes, they become to the elders. So this is the growth. What is the growth mean? Then tell me, what is the growth mean? Increase in the size of the organisms. What do you mean by increasing? වැඩි වෙනවා. According to that, growth mean increasing size of organism is called growth. Is it okay? When regarding this growth, this character is possible for only the living beings. There are no growth for the non-living things like that this bird. When the next year this bird will not double, their size is not become to the double. It is never increase. But you know, when now you are in the grade 6 class, next you will become to the grade 7 class. When you go to the grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, like respectively, what happened? Your size is increase. You will be a very big than me. Now you are smaller than me. But when you go to the grade 11 like classes, grade 12 like classes, what happened? Your size is increase. Okay. Then here you have to be know the what is the growth. So this growth also the living character. It is common for the all organisms like the plant and animals. Is it okay? Right. Next let us see about there is another living character of the organisms. There is another living character of the organism. What is it? Lifespan. What does the lifespan mean? Having a lifespan. Having lifespan. Life span. What is this? Dear student, lifespan mean සිංහල we call ජීවිත කාලයක් තිබේ. මොකද්ද මේ ජීවිත කාලයක් තියෙනවා කියන්නේ දරුවනේ? What is mean by it? ජීවිත කාලයක් තියෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ when regarding the non-living things, they will never die. Example, your chair, your table, they will never die. But animals like you, what is your lifespan? Generally in human 70 between 100. 70 between 100 years will be live the people. Do you know what is the big three? They also die. But their lifespan is more than us. More than sometimes 200 between 300 years. A huge tree may be live in that period. Their lifespan is mean the lifespan of the plant also greater than that the lifespan of animals. But some animals also tortoise like that animals they live in for a long period of the time rather than the animals. Okay. Then here too you have to understand this having a lifespan also the living character. එතකොට පුතේ මේ life span එකක් ජීවිත කාලයක් තිබීම කියන එක living character එකක්. Okay. Next living character, nutritions. What is the nutritions mean? Nutritions. Portion. Nutritions. Okay. Dear student, can you exist without taking one meal? එක වේලක් කන්න නැතුව ඉන්න පුළුවන්ද? Eh? Can you exist your life without eating? Yeah, you can, but you will feel the hungry. Dear student, we need the food. If you are the living beings, you need the food. So, satisfying the food requirement of the organisms we introduce as the nutritions. What is it? Satisfy. Satisfy කියලා කියන්නේ සපුරා ගන්න. හරිද? Satisfy සෑයීමකටපත් වෙනවා කියලා කියන සපුරා ගන්න. Satisfying the food requirement. Food requirement කියලා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? ආහාර අවශ්‍යතාවය. Satisfying the food requirement of the organism we introduce as the what? This nutrition. Satisfying food requirement. Satisfying the food requirement. Satisfying the food requirement of organisms. Satisfying the food requirement of the organisms we introduce as the nutritions. So you have to be know the all organisms are essential for this one. Now do you know these terms? What is the nutritions mean? Portion. Then satisfy mean sapura ganna. Requirement කියලා කියන්නේ අවශ්‍යතාවය. Requirement REQUIREMENT. Requirements කියලා කියන්නේ අවශ්‍යතාවය. ජීවීන් තමන්ගේ නේද ආහාර අවශ්‍යතාවය සපුරා ගැනීමේ ක්‍රියාවලියට තමයි පුතේ අපි කියන්නේ මොකක් කියලාද මේ nutritions කියලා. This nutritions is common character for the both animals and plant. Right. When regarding these nutritions, the nutritions of the organisms mainly we can be divided into the two groups. The nutritions of the organisms we can be divided into two groups. They are the autotrophic and heterotrophic. What are them? Autotrophic. One is the autotrophic, other one is the heterotrophic. Then let us see about what is the difference between them. What is the autotrophic as well as what is the heterotrophic mean. Nutritions. There are two types. Autotrophic. Other one is what? Heterotrophic. Okay. Then let us see about what is the autotrophic nutrition method. What happened in the heterotrophic nutrition method. What is the autotrophic mean? Dear student, if any organism is satisfy their food requirement, fulfill their food requirement, fulfill කියන්නේ ඉටු කරගන්න. Fulfill their food requirement themselves. එයා විසින්ම පුතේ. If any organism is capable to produce their own food themselves, so those organisms are we introduced as the autotrophic. Okay, they are able to produce their food themselves, like that plant. Have you ever seen the plants are taking the food or drinking water or any other food taking satisfying their food requirement? No. By using the sunlight, they perform the photosynthesis. There is a process of the plant. It is we call the photosynthesis. මේ photosynthesis කියලා process එකක් තියෙනවා. හරිද? Automatically කියන්නේ සොයන්නේ. Automatically they produce the food. So that is why they introduce as the autotrophic. But we introduce as the heterotrophic. මොකද්ද මේ heterotrophic කියන්නේ දරුවෝ? විසම පෝෂීන්. විසම පෝෂීන්. Who are the autotropic mean? ස්වයන් පෝෂීන්. විසම පෝෂීන් ස්වයන් පෝෂීන්. If any organism is produce their own food itself, it is we call the autotrophic. If any organism is incapable to produce their own food itself, so that organism we introduce as the heterotrophic. Okay. Who are the example for the autotrophic and heterotrophic organisms? Autotrophic organisms we can be considered as the all plant. Right, in addition to inside of the water, it's been water reservoirs are there are the large number of organism population. Those who organism we introduce as the algae. Have you seen that? In water reservoirs are they are the green color organisms. So those who organisms we introduce as the algae, they also capable to produce their own food. There are some microorganisms too, like the cyanobacteria, like that. Organisms are able to produce their own food themselves. Okay. What is the autotrophic mean? If they able to produce their own food. If they able to produce their own food themselves. Themselves කියලා කියන්නේ එයාලා විසින්. Then who are the heterotrophic mean? If they able to produce their own food themselves here, if they unable to produce their own food themselves, it is we call the heterotrophic. All animals are the heterotrophic. All plants belong to the autotrophic. There are no autotrophic animals. Is it okay? Right. In addition to here, we have to know the further. ඊට අමතරව පුතේ මෙතන අපි වැඩිපුර දැනගන්න ඕනේ. Further information about this photosynthesis process. Next, let us study about this photosynthesis process. Okay. Now let us see it. What is the photosynthesis mean? Right. Who are the know what is the meaning of this? Yeah, you know photosynthesis mean Sinhala meaning is Prabha translation. So I ask him, and also I am going to teach you what is the photosynthesis mean. Right, let us see the to get the simple idea about the photosynthesis. Dear student, this green plant and algae both, by using the sunlight, as well as when regarding a plant, they absorb the soil water from their roots. Then it is sent to a leaf. This is the plant leaf. So this plant leaf having a particular pigment. මොකද්ද පුතේ pigment කියලා කියන්නේ? Pigment කියන්නේ වර්ණකයක්. There are the green color pigment. This green color pigment we name as chloroplast, chlorophyll. This green color pigment we introduce as the chlorophyll. This chlorophyll having the special ability. They can catch the sunlight. What do you mean by catching? Catching කියලා කියන්නේ අල්ල ගන්න පුළුවන්. Trap කරන්න පුළුවන්. Trap කියලාත් කියනවා. They are able to trap the sunlight. මේ chlorophyll කියන හරිතප්පද කියන වර්ණයට පුතේ sunlight catch කරන්න පුළුවන්. අල්ල ගන්න පුළුවන්. After that what happened? By using the sunlight, in addition to they absorb these plant leaves are absorb the water from their roots. Water. In addition to there are the Another important thing is nose-like structure underside of the leaf. මේ කොළයක දරුවෝ යටිපැත්තේ තියෙනවා නහයවල් ගොඩාක්. අපි ඒවට කියන ස්ටොමාටා කියලා. Later I will teach you. Okay? Stomata කියලා තියෙනවා putica කියලා small holes in a one leaf. There are the 100 between 300. It will be changed according to the size and shape of the leaves, type of the leaves, like that. These holes are absorbing the gas, it means carbon dioxide gas from the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide gas. Carbon dioxide gas. So you have to be keep in your mind that one. Photosynthesis mean process of producing the food and oxygen. මේ ආහාරයි පුතේ oxygen කියන වායුව. You know that gas is important for to our respiration process. Process of producing the food and oxygen by using the water and carbon dioxide gas by absorbing the sunlight, absorbing sunlight by the chlorophyll. We introduce as the photosynthesis. It is very easy. So I would like to write it. Now see it. See, process. Process of producing. What are them? Food and oxygen. ආහාර සහ oxygen. By using. කවුරු භාවිතා කළාද? Carbon dioxide gas. Process of producing food and oxygen by using carbon dioxide gas. Process of producing food and oxygen by using carbon dioxide gas and water by absorbing කියන්නේ උරා ගන්නවා absorbing sunlight by chlorophyll is called photosynthesis. Okay, then see that process of producing food and oxygen. Two things are produced. What is the first one? Food. Second one is the oxygen. Here oxygen is produced as a byproduct. මේක byproduct එකක් විදිහට produce කරන්නේ. Byproduct එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ අතුරු ඵලයක්. Byproduct. Process of producing food and oxygen by using කියලා කියන්නේ දරුවෝ භාවිතා කරලා මේ මොනවද භාවිතා කළාද? carbon dioxide වායුවයි ඊළඟට and water. ජලයයි carbon dioxide වායුවයි පාවිච්චි කරලා absorbing sunlight by the chlorophyll. කවුද මේ sunlight? ඒකට ශක්තිය ලබා ගන්නවා. chlorophyll ඉතින් හිරු එළිය උරාගෙන තමයි මේ ආහාර සහ ඔක්සිජන් හදන ක්‍රියාවලිය කරන්නේ. කාගේ සහයෝගයෙන්ද? carbon dioxide වලයි ජලයේ සහයෝගයෙන්. Dear student, we can't do the photosynthesis because your skin is there are the chlorophyll like the green color. So you also can do the photosynthesis. At that moment you say that, sir, we are hungry. We have to go to the sunlight, sir. At the interval, no need to carry the food to eat. So when you go to the ground and when you play, everything, when you expose to the sunlight, automatically you also able to produce the food. If there are the chlorophyll in your body, but you are lucky there are no chlorophyll. Okay. So you have to know that. What is the photosynthesis mean? Just I had explained photosynthesis. This is the definition of the photosynthesis. If you want to write it, now you can write it. Okay. This is time for you. Process of producing food and oxygen by using carbon dioxide gas and water, absorbing sunlight by chlorophyll is called the photosynthesis. Okay. That is the this one of autotrophic main nutrition method. Autotrophic nutrition method is the photosynthesis. Right. Okay. Have you got that?